Well, I think the starting place on Iraq is we need to be honest about it. We need to tell the truth about it. For me, that means saying, I voted for this war, but I was wrong to vote for it. I should not have voted for it. And I have to take personal and public responsibility for that, which I do. I think we also have to say the truth about what's happening in Iraq now, which is the situation is very bad. The choices are very bad. And we all try to use our best judgment under very difficult circumstances. My judgment is that we need to be leaving Iraq. It is the best way to shift the responsibility to both the Shia and the Sunni leadership to reach some political solution, because there is no military solution in Iraq. If they don't reconcile, the Sunni and the Shia, there will continue to be violence. And the only way they're going to reconcile is when they know there are real consequences to them not reconciling. So America needs to be leaving Iraq. I wouldn't do it instantly. I would take 40 to 50,000 troops out immediately, but then I'd have an orderly departure and redeployment over the course of about a year or so. I would maintain a presence in the region. We should have some troops in Kuwait. We should have some in Afghanistan, which has been going the wrong direction, and we should have a naval presence in the Persian Gulf. And until the leaders of the Sunni and the Shia decide they're going to have a reconciliation, the violence will continue. So the question becomes, how do we create the best environment for that to happen? My judgment is, and my judgment would be as president, that what we need to do is shift the responsibility to them, to the Sunni and Shia leaders, so that they know there are going to be real consequences, that America's not going to continue to prop them up, that we can't stay there forever policing a civil war, which is what we're doing now, and that we're going to leave. Now, we will work with them, and while we're in the process of leaving, we will engage others in the region in an effort to help stabilize the country, including Syria and Iran. But whether there will be peace and stability in Iraq is dependent on them. It's not dependent on us. This is not about politics. This is about war. It's about the lives of American men and women.
We spent a lot of time talking about the mistakes made getting into Iraq. Now we owe it to the men and women serving so honorably and to their loved ones at home to end this war and bring them home. Here's my plan. First, Congress should use its funding authority to require an immediate withdrawal of 40 to 50,000 combat troops and removal of all combat troops within about a year. We need to cap funding for the troops in Iraq at the current levels. Next, maintain enough forces in the region to contain the conflict and stop instability. I'll ban any permanent U.S. military bases in Iraq. Third, ensure that the troops we're sending into combat are ready. I'll ban funding to deploy any new troops to Iraq that do not meet real readiness standards and have not been properly trained and equipped. And finally, take other steps to stabilize Iraq, including better efforts to train the Iraqi security forces and increase diplomatic efforts through direct talks with nations in the region.
I'm John Edwards, and I approve this message.